it's just perpetuated over and over, no matter what.
Yeah.
It's just what everybody thinks.
More disturbing rumors are starting to emerge about Beyonce and Jay-Z's marriage, and according to multiple insiders, Beyonce's mom, Tina, is worried Jay-Z is controlling her daughter with drugs.
I can remember getting on a plane and an older white woman saying, "Oh, your son is a gangster rapper, right? How did you let him marry your daughter?"
There's been a lot of speculation lately that Jay-Z is holding Beyonce hostage in their marriage and giving her illegal substances to keep her under control. Many fans have also noticed that Beyonce completely lost her spark ever since Jay got exposed for cheating, and they're saying it's truly terrifying how hypnotized and dazed Beyonce looks these days.
Upcoming artist. Due to illness, Glenn could not be here tonight. He's fighting his illness with the same determination that he used to make Brooklyn a better place.
But it's not just fans who are worried about Beyonce, because multiple sources are also saying Beyonce's mom, Tina, is also concerned about rumors that Jay got her daughter hooked on drugs. So what exactly did Tina say about Jay's controlling ways?
Uneducated gangster rapper, that's all she could come up with.
Though Tina Knowles previously defended Jay when the Beehive came after him, it looks like she's now changed her mind about her son-in-law. Tina is allegedly extremely worried about rumors that Jay-Z is controlling Beyonce by supplying her with drugs. In case you missed it, several industry insiders recently came forward with claims that Jay-Z is controlling and drugging Beyonce, and her fans even got the Free Beyonce hashtag trending on Twitter. Ever since Jay-Z publicly admitted he cheated on Beyonce several years ago, fans have been saying that Beyonce is acting very strange, and it almost seems like she's not in full control of her actions. Rumors about Jay being unfaithful have been swirling around since the early 2000s, and Jay was linked to everyone from his record label artists Rihanna and Rita Ora to his former friend Dame Dash's ex-wife Rachel Roy. The rumors reached a boiling point back in May 2014 when shocking footage leaked showing Beyonce's sister Solange attacking Jay in an elevator at the Met Gala, while Beyonce just stood there looking completely hypnotized. One insider told E! News that Solange lost it because she saw Jay getting close with Rachel Roy at the Met Gala after party. And according to this source, when Solange later confronted Jay about flirting with Rachel, she started saying some disrespectful things to her and Beyonce, and that's when all hell broke loose in the elevator. And that's also why Beyonce just stood back and let Solange hit Jay. Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Solange never explained exactly what happened in that elevator, and they only released a PR statement saying this was an unfortunate accident and claiming that the family has worked through it. But then just a few months after the elevator incident, Beyonce again sparked speculation she was using drugs after she was filmed acting bizarre at a Brooklyn Nets game. The Daily Mail reported at the time that Beyonce swayed back and forth with no music on, while Jay-Z, who was sitting next to her, awkwardly squinted back and forth at the HD screen. By this point, Beyonce had already started working on her album Lemonade, which details all the emotional stages she went through after learning Jay-Z cheated on her. Lemonade ends with Beyonce forgiving Jay and celebrating their power couple status, and Jay later claimed he and Beyonce decided to fight for their love because they wanted to break generational cycles of trauma.
And, you know, for us, we chose to fight for our love, for our family, to give our kids a different outcome. You see, you know, to break that cycle. For black men and women, you know, to see a different outcome.
If the shoe had been on the other foot, you know, if the transgressions had been on her side, do you think you would be able to be as forgiving of her as she was of you?
I hope. Again, because I love her the same way. No matter what side, I love her the same way. I pray that I will, because her strength and her, you know, man, she's the strongest woman I know. Like, her and my mother, they battling if they want one.
However, Beyonce fans were not buying this, and many of them said that if Beyonce had cheated on Jay, he would have never stayed with her. And even if he would have, the narrative would have been completely different, and people would mock him for staying instead of praising him for being strong. This is also when a lot of people started speculating that Beyonce can't leave Jay-Z because she's been with him ever since she was a teenager, and she doesn't know how to be on her own. See, Beyonce previously said that she was 18 when she met Jay. However, Jay has a long track record of getting involved with much younger women, and several sources have claimed that Beyonce was actually just 16 when she met 28-year-old Jay, and that's when he allegedly started plotting to get with her. Besides that, Jay had a close relationship with R. Kelly, and he actually continued working with him even after he found out Kelly manipulated and illegally married 15-year-old Aaliyah. According to Dame Dash, everyone knew what R. Kelly had done to Aaliyah, but Jay didn't care, and he went on to release a joint album with him.
But I've been tight about this shit for years.
So to be honest, like, if you remember The Best of Both Worlds, you don't see my name on that. You know what I mean? And
your name is not on either album.
Hell no, I never wanted no parts of that. So when Holmes was doing that shit, I was like, bro, you know our homie violated, and he violated my girl. He violated a friend of yours.
Dame also claimed that Jay was pursuing Aaliyah and trying very hard to get with her. But then when Aaliyah tragically died in a plane accident in 2001, Jay went public with Beyonce just months later. What's also disturbing is that Jay himself admitted in his song 444 that he didn't treat Beyonce as his equal. And on her 21st birthday, he warned her not to embarrass him instead of claiming her as his girlfriend. A lot of Beyonce's fans have said that this definitely amounts to grooming because Jay-Z was way more experienced than Beyonce when he met her. And he basically did the same thing to her that he tried with Foxy Brown and Aaliyah. But Beyonce is a grown woman now, and if she wanted to leave Jay, she could easily do it. And plus, the Beehive would probably support her in this decision. So how come Beyonce decided to stay by Jay-Z's side after he publicly humiliated her so many times? Well, according to several people with inside knowledge, the reason Beyonce can't leave Jay-Z is because he's secretly controlling her with drugs. One of these people is Jay's former background singer Jaguar Wright, who publicly accused Jay of drugging Beyonce and said he was a monster with no conscience.
Jay-Z, why has Jay-Z been coming up with you lately?
Because he's a monster. I waited a long time to see if he would grow a conscience. And the more drugs he pumps down his wife's throat to keep her in a character.
No, girl. Not my beautiful Beyonce.
Jaguar also said Beyonce's fans need to start their own version of the Free Britney movement because Beyonce is literally a prisoner in her own life.
I tell you this right now, y'all talking about Free Britney, y'all need to be doing a campaign that say Free Beyonce.
Beyonce is free.
She is a prisoner in a gilded cage.
Jaguar's claims were later backed up by a man who goes by the name of Uncle Ron and claims to have worked as Beyonce's personal bodyguard. Uncle Ron recently went viral on TikTok when he claimed that Beyonce is a full-blown addict and that Jay has been supplying her with drugs for years to keep her under his control.
But I'll say it, man. Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time. And you keep her that way. Y'all wish it what you wish it to stay on top. But there's one thing about me, bro.
And then, just days after Uncle Ron made these claims on TikTok, Beyonce and Jay-Z attended a pre-Grammys party at the Hollywood Palladium. And once again, Beyonce looked completely out of it while Jay was seen guiding her to a car and trying to stop the paparazzi from taking pictures. So now that all these rumors have started popping up about Jay-Z's controlling ways, how does Beyonce's mom, Tina, feel about all of this? Is she worried that Jay is keeping Beyonce on drugs? Well, it's interesting that back in 2021, Tina publicly defended Jay after fans expressed concern over Jay being controlling and constantly rubbing Beyonce's leg when they're in public. Tina took to her Instagram to defend her son-in-law and wrote, "When you love someone and like them, you just want to touch them. For those of you who don't understand, try it sometimes. It works." Tina also slammed fans who said Beyonce has anxiety, and she called them comical for turning something good and healthy into something that it's not. If someone has anxiety, then it's great for their partner to touch them to calm and reassure them. That's a beautiful thing, Tina wrote. It just happens to not be the case here. However, Tina is now allegedly becoming worried because the rumors about Jay-Z drugging and controlling Beyonce are getting louder by the day. The Beehive even recently started the Free Beyonce hashtag on Twitter, and many of them are saying Tina needs to help her daughter escape the clutches of her controlling husband. "My most anticipated divorce for real. This has to happen at some point," one fan tweeted. "He was a grown-ass man and met her when she was 18. She literally spent most of her life with him, gave him children, and I don't buy she's happy after he cheated. Probably staying together because of the kids. Free Beyonce." Another fan shared a video clip from the Grammys showing Beyonce saying no after Jay offered her a drink and wrote, "Jay-Z's gesture after Beyonce said no is an indicator he likes controlling her, and she hasn't learned to live in her moments." But how do you feel about all of this? Is Jay-Z really drugging and controlling Beyonce? And if these allegations are true, do you think that Beyonce's mom Tina knows about it? Let us know what you think.